Alright, so I'm back and have a little bit of makeup on, not a ton. I got my lip gloss and just the pressed powder, a little bit of rouge for cheeks. Didn't bother doing my eyes or anything, but make me a little bit less horrid. Um, so, where to begin? Um, as of this year, I became disabled. Um, I have something that I had never heard of before. It's called hemiplegic migraines, and it is not just, oh, my head hurts. It actually is pretty crazy. It will pretty much mimic a stroke is the best way to describe it. You can have slurred speech. My left side, it can be your right side, but my whole left side will get numb, tingly, not want to function properly, become very weak. Most of the time I can still walk, but my leg feels very weak and unsteady. I couldn't pick up like a gallon of milk. Can't even take the tab off of the milk. There's just no strength in that arm. Um, and it will also wipe you out. Usually recovering from the episode, I can easily sleep 18 hours that following day, where I just cannot drag myself out of bed, where I am just so exhausted that I just try to get up and, sometimes my body will just tremble and shake, like I'm in an earthquake, but it's just my body, and it's not like a seizure because I'm fully awake, and I just feel my body and muscles just trembling. The only way I can describe it is it feels like if stereotypical earthquake where you see everything shaking. That's how my body feels, and that's if I try to get up too fast. I'll have that, or I'll get dizzy spells, and feel like I'm just gonna pass out. So yeah, those are not fun things to have to deal with, and you never know when it's going to hit. The migraines make me very sensitive to light and sounds when they hit. My head is starting to hurt a little bit. That's why this video is a little bit darker, because the lights are out. And in this room, the walls are actually painted black, and I have a blackout curtain, so there is no light that comes in here. And as you can tell, I still squint just looking at the computer screen. So yeah, that is one part of me dealing with the hemiplegic migraines. Going out in the sun, it just kills me. Being around people because the noise is really draining. I do a lot of, the little foam earplugs that you put in your ears. Those work great for any time I have like a family event or something that I need to go out for. Sunglasses are definitely a must, and I often forget them just because I'm not used to grabbing them all the time. It should be a habit, but it's not. But I'm trying. I'm definitely trying. But yeah, it's definitely put a damper on a lot of my life. I'm not working right now, and I've always had a job in the pet industry, or something related to animals. I've been a zookeeper and a vet tech, and I've always, working in pet stores, managing, I was an animal coordinator for a pet store. I've done a lot of stuff, and it's always been around animals because they are my passion. And I think I told you in my last video that I do wildlife rehab too, taking care of the injured and orphaned animals, and even that has had to come to a stop, where I haven't really stopped because I still do take in as few as I can, but I'm a sucker and I still take some in sometimes, but they're really draining on me. Baby animals have to be fed every 2 hours, and if I'm having a migraine and my body's not wanting to function, it's really hard to try to keep up with the animals, feeding, cleaning. I have my own pets besides these wild ones that come and go. So it's definitely been taxing. So these migraines, a lot of people just don't understand. And honestly, if I was on the other end, I wouldn't understand either. I would be one of those people that are going, yeah, you just want to be fat and lazy, stay home and play games all day. No. Sorry, but no. I would much rather be out there working with my animals that I love so much and I miss doing so much. I miss being a zookeeper. I miss all the patients at the emergency clinic. I miss even the pet store, which I didn't like a lot of the retail stuff because you deal with a lot of jerks. Um, but dealing with the animals themselves and doing my best to make sure that they were well taken care of, I loved doing. That was definitely a fun job, and even though it was a very taxing job because I was traveling from Maine to Massachusetts and driving all the time and, um, you know, putting in 16-hour days, um, you know, working till 6 o'clock in the morning and then coming home and crashing and then being back up and on the road the next day was, the same day. Um, you know, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I met a lot of great people that are still my friends because of the pet industry, so it's not a bad thing by any means. Um, but yeah, it kind of sucks that these migraines have definitely put a damper on a lot of stuff. Family time, taking care of my granddaughter became near impossible, having to pick her up and just the energy and trying to keep up with a 1 year old, 1.5 year old running around screaming, jumping. My head just could not handle it. And this is my granddaughter, you know, so that really sucked. And I miss her a lot. I miss having her. I used to have her a couple times a week, and now I'm lucky if I see her once a month. Um, so yeah, that kind of sucks. And so I guess I will cut this short instead of rambling and babbling. But that's pretty much what I got to deal with on a regular basis with my migraines. Oh, and one more thing about the migraines is not only is it just like light and sounds, but one of my newer symptoms is smells are just like ridiculous. Like my mom used to tell me when she was pregnant for me that she couldn't even go near the pantry because she swore she could smell food through the cans and it would make her nauseous. And I was like, okay, whatever. Well, now I kind of have that same feeling where I can't even go in the kitchen or near the cupboards when my migraines are hitting hard because everything is an overwhelming scent. And stuff that I could never smell before, I smell. And it's not fun. It's not a good thing because it is very nauseating. So, yeah, that's all the crap I gotta deal with my migraines. So, yeah, if this helps you out, great. If not, just another documentation of my life.